In this video, we're going to be talking all about AI crypto, and I want to highlight one project, and it's not just a project anymore. This is the blue chip in all of AI. I want to talk about Bittensor in this video. So if you're new to crypto, if you're new to AI crypto, stick around to the end of this video where I do explain why there are a few catalysts coming in the later months as we get deeper into 2025. Why I'm excited about what TAO is providing, not just right now that they're sitting number one in all of the AI cryptos out there in the market, but we have a lot of kind of bullish catalysts coming down the pipe, and it's something where I think it could propel TAO even deeper. Okay, so let's talk about it right now. For those of you that are new to the channel, hit that like button, smash it if you will. Also be sure to subscribe right down below, and please be aware that this is not financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence, okay? So first and foremost, I do want to kick off by looking at the overall market right now, and this is something where we have seen in recent days. We have been looking at Bitcoin plunging a little bit. 113 is what we're looking at. Ethereum just did breach below 4,200. So depending on when you're watching this video, these are the real-time prices right now. And we're going to kind of relate this to where TAO is overall right now, and kind of talking about it in the form of the entire AI crypto landscape. Okay, so let's find that category right now on CoinGecko. You can see it right now, 27th in all of the categories that they do specify. And as we look at TAO, 44th overall in market cap. Okay, so they are number one, sitting right there at the top, trading at $347. Now, this is a crypto that I did buy back in July, and we are sitting right now currently at a $3.3 billion market cap. And lastly, in the last 24 hours, down 2.5%. I always kind of find strength during times of weakness. Okay, so as the market is correcting, as we are on a come down right now, it is kind of noting the last 24-hour category. If you look at this column right here on CoinGecko, out of all of the AI cryptos outside of Beldex, which is way deeper down the list, this is where TAO has shown some strength as between them and FET, the Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. That's where they did combine the likes of Singularity Net, Ocean, as well as what we had going on with Fetch AI. Okay, and that's where the ASI, or the ASA, I should say, whatever you want to call it, FET is their ticker. Kind of my rival pick, as we do want to talk about Bittensor and other AI cryptos, right? Near's up there ahead of the list. Also, the Graph is another one that I do kind of favor. Render, kind of all clumped into my top 5 AI plays overall. But there's a reason why TAO is number one, okay? And for those of you that are unfamiliar, I am going to pull up their overall chart right now because, as I said, they are trading 44th in market cap. They use what you would call a subnet, okay? So these subnets, and understanding subnets is key to investing into AI crypto. That's kind of where it provides an incentive for creation, developing, and kind of building upon these AI cryptos, okay? So subnets are key, and that's a lot of the reason why institutions have been flowing into Bittensor. I'm going to talk about kind of what that has to do with the price right now. And we are going to look back over the last 3 months because, like I said, guys, I was a buyer back in the early times of July, and just basically trading around a $320, $330 level, still up from that level right now, okay? But this is where we had a huge month, July and the first part of August, as Bittensor did spike up to above $450 for one TAO. So it is volatile. It does provide some variance and kind of volatility that allows us to trade on swing trades, and also just showing you the capability that it does have to seemingly have a very good day on the charts, okay? Albeit we are having a little macro right now as all crypto's down, so please keep that in mind. But we're going to be talking about the difference with right now and why I am favoring TAO more so over other AI cryptos, okay? And that has to do with the institutional component. Also, we're going to be talking about an event that is coming down the pipe that we will have in December. And this will be the first halving event for Bittensor, okay? So as we get into kind of what this is and why this is a bullish impact, this is an article from CoinMarketCap. Now, we talk about it as a catalyst. This will be the first supply cut on December of 2025, and that will increase the scarcity within one TAO. Now, the reason why, they will kind of reduce the daily TAO emissions from 7,200 to 3,600, mirroring kind of what we've seen with Bitcoin being deflationary in terms of their mechanism. And as we see that fixed 21 million TAO cap within that supply, this is where scarcity really will start to pick up. And that's kind of where we're going to draw the line between the scarcity of what's available to the public and also kind of what is being held within the institutional component as well. So as we do look at the utility, we talked about the subnets, why TAO is bullish. Also, this is kind of where you could see a lot of reduction of selling pressure because that mechanism of reducing that supply by 50%, that is something where obviously there's going to be a reason why miners, validators, they pretty much will not want to or have a reluctancy to kind of relinquish some of their positions and liquidate. Okay, so that's kind of what we have to look into, some of the volatility as well, because there is a lot of volatility right now in the crypto market. But if we are kind of looking 3 months down the road, 4 months down the road, the December event for TAO is going to be one of those big ones. Now, as we talk about kind of the institutional on-ramps and how this could effectively have a mixed impact within a supply squeeze, okay, that's where we talk about the holdings, right? The TAO Synergies and the X-TAO, okay, those are NASDAQ listed companies holding 42,000 roughly each in what they're doing in terms of some staking and also kind of that exposure that we've seen some European markets having as well. But more so this centralized holding risk sell-offs, and that's kind of where if you see the sentiment goes down, institutions could have a role with that, okay? But more so, what I want to talk about is that December halving event. Okay, that's the big bullish news. But when we go back into the TAO chart, looking at the overall year as a whole, you can still see that we're up 21% over the last 365 days. In comparison to other companies, though, that are building on AI crypto, this is something where we talk about the fact that the subnets, right? We talked about that now being available on base chain as well as Solana. Okay, so cross-chain interoperability. That's something that a lot of other AI cryptos don't provide. And then now the institutional money is that second component. So those are the three reasons and the three bullish reasons I'll give you guys in this video why I'm kind of betting on TAO to do well in the future for AI crypto. Okay, that's why we have the institutional component. We also have the December halving event. And then lastly, the fact that subnets are now basically on BaseNet and the Solana blockchain respectively. Okay, but as we talk further and get out of here, talking about that institutional component, just to put it in perspective, okay, this is basically taken from some of the public numbers, right? There has been millions of dollars invested, and this is all public record into TAO. This is where they plan to run subnets as well as validators, and we're talking millions of dollars. So the potential within institutions believing in decentralized AI, that's huge. Okay, so we've seen a lot of VC money, which is good and bad for crypto, but we're seeing the terms of hundreds of millions of dollars pouring into TAO as it currently stands. Okay, and then lastly, some of the things that also kind of give me a reason to be bullish. We talked a little bit about the TAO Synergies. That's TAO X. Okay, that's the the largest publicly traded holder of TAO. Okay, this is kind of where they're purchasing more and more TAO kind of on the institutional front. And that's something where we look into how that mixes and vibes with utility in that halving event. Kind of have a few catalysts coming that really do give me some reasons why over some other cryptos that maybe have faced some stagnancy, such as FET, such as NEAR, and also kind of the other ones that we did talk about a little bit earlier. Just a little bit of my personal opinion why I'm favoring Bittensor, although they are at the top, 44th in market cap. Keep that in mind because right now we are going to get into the entire landscape right now because we'll talk about kind of where they're sitting at with a $3.3 billion market cap. And just looking at the overalls, okay? So roughly to put it into perspective, as we do talk about the top 10 cryptos right now, as Dogecoin sits 10th in market cap, if you do kind of view this CoinGecko list, the Lido staked ETH, that's one that kind of a lot of ranking sites do not have in their top 10. So for argument's sake and just for illustration purposes, as we do look at this market cap, right, to breach into the top 10, that would basically mean that TAO would essentially have to do a 10x or more to get into the top 10 if the market stays where it's at right here, right now. Okay, can it do it? Who knows? But if AI crypto does take off, TAO is definitely going to be one of the picks at my forefront of the AI crypto conversation that I do have. Okay, so that's a few of my thoughts and comments about what we have going on within Bittensor. Please keep in mind that none of this is financial advice. Crypto is extremely volatile, but if we're going to talk AI crypto, TAO is my #1 pick moving forward in the world of AI. All right, so appreciate you guys all tuning in. We will have an update of this content probably in December as we get closer to that halving event. Keep you guys informed what's happening with Bittensor along the way. But I do appreciate all of my returning subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do so before exiting. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.